welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to the debut race of the Full Speed Friday Night Next Gen Series presented by GMS 3D. We have qualifying getting underway right now with some drivers on the track. We have the number 6 car of Lucas Gortman on the track with that beautiful paint job. Getting ready to make a lap. He was fast in practice. We're at Chicagoland Speedway. Gonna put 130 laps in tonight. Lucas Gortman on the board. Some other drivers making laps. Oh, DJ Trout. Not a good lap for DJ Trout. Keith Fonseca on his lap. It's lap 2 of his qualifying. Ryan Johnson, currently your pole sitter. Thomas Myers, affectionately known as Bo Ross in the number 77 World Domination Wrestling Alliance Ford Mustang, coming around to complete his first lap. 10th fastest. He's going to try to improve upon that. Oh, that was a second lap. I'm sorry. Got Josh McKinney on track. The number 51 Turco Customs Chevrolet Camaro. Only one lap in qualifying. How did that happen? Well, I definitely messed that one up. Sorry about that, everybody that's competing. One lap in qualifying. We'll see how Josh McKinney fares with his first lap and only lap. Jumping to 9th on the board. 9th on the board for Josh McKinney. We've got Jeff Ramsdell. I think I just heard him shift to complete his lap. Or maybe he's starting his first lap. He's just starting his first lap. Jeff Ramsdell coming around to complete his qualifying lap, see where he fares. Jeff Ramsdell, 12th fastest. He jumps to 12th fastest on the board. Bobby Anderson here to complete his qualifying lap. Oh, he touched the grass. Does that give him an off track? Bobby Anderson, 8th fastest on the board tonight. Got quite a few drivers here that showed up. Looks like we have 33 drivers for the debut of the Full Speed Friday Next Gen Series presented by GMS 3D. These drivers are going to go 130 laps here at Chicagoland Speedway. It's a beautiful track. We just completed 90 laps from the trucks last night. We have Richard Crane on track. Richard Crane qualifying, coming to get his green flag for his qualifying lap to see how he does. Jeff Radke on pit lane right now, getting ready to start his qualifying lap. Stephen Wood to the top of the board. Top of the charts for Stephen Wood. Guess having the middle initial with the letter M is good for you tonight. See, Richard Crane is back on track. As well as John Peterson. John coming off pit lane here to start his qualifying. They got about 3 minutes left to go. Thank you to all the viewers out there watching along. It's been a few minutes since I've broadcasted. I did the Thursday Night Throwdown Championship race. Oh, and into the wall goes John Peterson. See if he can recover from that bounce off the wall. Maybe he's going to try to reset and try that qualifying all over again. That's the beauty of iRacing. He's got about a little less than 2 minutes, so he better get going. With a minute and a half, we're going to like I said, thank you all to our sponsors, Admin Box coming on board, GMS 3D, Butt Kicker, Turkle Customs. We got some great partners, and here goes John Peterson to try to get another lap in. Oh, maybe not. He's practicing his victory celebration. We got a Abby Laughlin rooting for Corey Stahl. Should be fun and exciting. These next gen cars, they're a little bit of a handful. They're not as easy to drive as our trucks that we run on Thursday night. Many of these drivers are new to the league, so we have, there might be some growing pains tonight, but we're going to hope that we can grow through it. Looks like John Peterson, Richard Crane, DJ Trout, Jeff Radke, Michael Fagone, Corey Stahl, and Marcus Vaughn are all deciding to not qualify. Interesting strategy. We'll go with our grid tonight. We got Thomas. No, we don't have Thomas. All right, we got Stephen Wood on the pole. Alongside him is Ryan Johnson, row 2. Luke Smith and Patrick Anderson, row 3. Joe Turkle and Andrew Turner. Chris Yates and Shockey Tarpley making up row 4. Row 5, Lucas Gortman and Bobby Anderson. Row 6 is Kevin Jeronian and Joshua McKinney, followed by Larry Eberhard and Jonathan Herbert. Jeffrey Ramsdell and Matthew Boston Wheeler make up row 8. Row 9, Thomas Myers and Kevin Bernheimer. Those guys have driven next to each other for quite a while now, and they're no strangers to being door to door. Row 10 is Joel Brewer and Michael Gitchell. David Scott and Michael Dowell make up row 11, while row 12 is Brad Pollitt and Mike McNeil. Keith Fonseca and Arabia Caton make up row 13. Corey Stahl, John Peterson, DJ Trout and Jeff Radke make up row 15, and Marcus Vaughn and Michael Fagone making up row 16. And riding shotgun on the field is Richard Crane tonight. Pace car is off. Stephen Wood's going to lead us to green. We're going to have a stage at lap 40. A stage caution at lap 40. A lot of these guys have driven with each other before, but there's a lot of new talent in here. "33 drivers showing up for this race. We've got 60% fuel. 60% fuel, which might not get them to their stage break. They might have a green flag caution or a green flag pit stop. Green flag is out. Great jump on the outside there by Ryan Johnson. He's no stranger to the lead, but Stephen Wood is not backing down. Ryan Matthew Johnson leads the first ever lap of the National iRacing's Full Speed Friday nights. A lot of action back here. This is where the action's at. All over the place. Cars are side by side. Back up towards the front. Patrick Anderson has moved into second place. As well as Andrew Turner making moves up to third. And Shockey Tarpley running there in fourth, with Stephen Wood dropping back to fifth place. But up front, the battle for the lead. Ryan Johnson is getting challenged by Patrick Anderson. Patrick on the outside. He's to his quarter panel. No, he's closing the door. Anderson's wanting to lead a lap. There he goes, the point. Patrick Anderson is your new race leader. Back here, looks like Stephen Wood and Bobby Anderson have gotten together. They're still pointing in the right direction, so no harm, no foul there. Lucas Gortman trying to get around Luke Smith and Andrew Turner. Joe Turkle joining this action. Back up front. Battle for the lead. Shockey Tarpley is up there. Ryan Johnson back to the lead, but Patrick Anderson isn't giving it up that easily. It'll be interesting to see what prevails, that outside lane or that inside lane. Looks like that outside lane with Patrick Anderson pulled ahead with a little bit of help from his friends, Shockey Tarpley, Lucas Gortman, Luke Smith out there. There's action all through the field. Side by side everywhere. 3 wide. I think they're trying to make it 4 wide. The 9 car. Whoa. Great driving by everybody to hold on to that. 3 wide still. Gitchell trying to get his nose up there. Back up front. Whoa, Gortman into the wall. Anderson, Tarpley, Gortman. 1, 2, 3. Here comes that outside lane. Gortman and Johnson and Luke Smith. Bobby Anderson joining the mix. He's gotten around Joe Turkel. When I see Bobby Anderson's car, I think Chick-fil-A. It makes me hungry. Eat more chicken, Bobby Anderson. Eat more chicken. Check on some of our friends down here in the back. Here in the back, we got Josh McKinney, Michael Dow. Running 20th and 21st. Dow getting around McKinney for 20th position. Back here, Michael Gitchell and Jeff Ramsdell. Running 15th and 16th. Back up front, Brian Johnson has assumed the lead again. Luke Smith getting around Lucas Gortman there for third place. Bobby Anderson moving up there in the top 5, steadily marching towards the front. Back here you got John Peterson and Jeff Radke. Running 20th and 21st. Three wide around Chris Yates in the 9. Joe Turkel steadily moving backwards. Kevin Bernheimer just got around him for 11th position. He's got Corey Stahl trying to get around him for 12th. Corey Stahl has made some big moves. If I remember right, he was one of ours that didn't qualify, and he's banging on the top 10. Andrew Turner's off the pace. He's pitting. Larry Eberhardt here in 17th, following DJ Trout. Patrick Anderson being challenged now by Bobby Anderson. Anderson, they got a Gortman sandwich. Luke Smith has got around him for second. Stephen Wood has worked his way back up to 6th place. It seems as though our pitting has started. We have Thomas Myers and Andrew Turner on pit lane. Keith Fonseca is trying to get around Joe Turco with pressure by Michael Gitchell behind him. Slide job. Crossover. Turco's not giving it up that easily. But Fonseca makes it around. Bernheimer's trying to get around Gironi and... Whoa, Gironi in the wall. That makes way for Corey Stahl to get into the top 10. A great drive by Corey Stahl here in the next gen cars. Bernheimer driving around Matthew Wheeler. Moving up into 8th place. Meanwhile, Ryan Johnson has put a 2.5 seconds over Luke Smith for 2nd place. Patrick Anderson is getting challenged here by Lucas Gortman. Oh, Thomas Myers had to retire with wheel and audio issues. Sorry to hear that, Thomas. If anybody will recover and bounce back from it, it'll be Thomas Myers, because that's what he does. He'll be back next week stronger than ever. McKinney making moves. McKinney driving around Jonathan Herbert for 21st. This is where all the action's at. Shockey Tarpley, 3 wide. Corey Stahl and Matthew Wheeler. This is for 8th, 9th, and 10th. Wheeler has 8th. Tarpley. Well, good luck on that championship defense there, Bo Ross. That's Thomas Myers. He's a professional wrestler. He puts people through chairs and tables and ladders and all that stuff. Lap 33, the stage break's coming. Stage break's coming here in a few laps. Lap 40. Corey's made his way up to 6th spot. John Peterson is moving forward. Look, we got a caution out. Caution is out. What happened here? Let's see if we can figure it out. I'm not seeing anything, but I'm not in the. Let's see. Maybe I'll come back to find something. Let's see. Yeah, I'm having trouble finding it. Maybe this was the stage break. They threw it a little bit early. Ryan Johnson, your leader. Bobby Anderson in 2nd position. Looks like some drivers have been caught a lap down looking to get a wave around here. Led by Matthew Wheeler. Well, maybe they pitted and they're going to have to go to the back. They're not going to get that wave around. David Scott, the only Toyota Camry. He's the independent in the Cup cars tonight. The only Toyota. Mostly made up of the Fords and the Chevrolets. You got a couple drivers here, Mike McNeil, Chris Yates. Going to be taking the wave around. doubling up, getting ready for this restart. Got Ryan Johnson, Bobby Anderson, Luke Smith, Corey Stahl up in the 4th spot. What a drive by Corey. Shockey Tarpley and Jeffrey Radke. Lights are on the pace car, so we're not going green this time by. Then the lights are going off, so this next time around they're going to be going green. Ryan Johnson will restart this field. These guys have one faster pair. They have one faster pair in their back pocket. Hopefully nobody needs it tonight. Patrick Anderson, he fell back to 16th. He was battling for the lead there. So was Lucas Gortman in 13th. Stephen Woods falling back to 21st. He was up there also. We'll see how they make their way back towards the front of the field. There's the restart. Great launch for Ryan Johnson. Luke Smith getting around him for second. Bobby Anderson there running third. Jeff Radke up there. "40 laps into the night's race. It's been awesome so far. So many battles all over this track. It's hard to keep track of them. Caution is out. Caution is out. Do we know what happened? I'm not sure. Maybe it's the stage caution. I think this has to be the stage caution here, because I don't see any damage by anybody. Got Chalky Tarpley heading down pit lane. Jonathan Herbert in the 26 Team Extreme Chevrolet Camaro. Larry Eberhardt in the 96. Mike McNeil in the number 78. We haven't talked about these guys. Joel Brewer in the number 66 Ford Mustang. It's a cool paint scheme there. The purple on it. Brad Pollitt in the number 17 Ford Mustang. Marcus Vaughn, his teammate, in the number 94. Thank you to all of our viewers out there watching tonight, watching along. Cheering on your favorite drivers. Jeff Radke, your current race leader. With the number 61, Keith Fonseca, Jeff Ramsdell, Lucas Gorman, and Kevin Bernheimer, your top 5 currently. Lights are off on the pace car. That means we're going to go green this time by. Jeff Radke's going to be our point man. He's going to lead us to green. Thank you to our presenting sponsor, GMS 3D. They do your 3D printing needs. They specialize in the RC car world. They just went down to the Orlando to race in a big RC race down there. And a lot of drivers on podiums. Contact Michael Gitchell, GMS 3D, if you got any 3D printing needs. Pace car is off. Middle of this fight, Kevin Bernheimer, Ryan Johnson, trying to move back up towards the front. Wants that lead back. Keith Fonseca, your race leader over Lucas Gortman. Jeff Radke falling back to third on that restart. Following along here is Ryan Johnson's trying to make his way back towards that front. Back up front, you got the 61 and the number 6 teammates. Green Frog Back Row Esports, whatever they want to be called these days. Leader, second place. Lucas is running Road to Pro. Keith Fonseca will be a spotter, crew chief, tire changer, and gas man. Battle back here for 5th place. Bernheimer trying to get around Radke for 4th. That outside lane is really strong, but Tarpley there. Johnson's falling back to 10th place. Up front, Luke Smith has got around Gortman. Luke Smith is going for that lead. He led that lap. Purple Frog Esports. Purple Frog versus Green Frog. Ribbit, ribbit. Neither's willing to give an inch. Here comes Bernheimer wanting to lead this field. Purple Frog versus Green Frog. Lucas Gortman, your Green Frog. Esports. Bernheimer, no frog. Ryan Johnson, our race leader prior to that stage, he's mired back there in 9th position. Stephen Wood back here in 20th. Right in front of them. There's a whole gaggle of cars. John Peterson, the Tide Ride. Next week we move on to Pocono. Three wide. John Peterson to the outside. Driving around Bobby Anderson. What a power move by John Peterson. Michael Dowell there in the White Castle. I'm telling you, White Castle, Chick-fil-A right there. That's what it looks like to me. It's it looks like it's Martin Sports paint job, but just by from a distance, it looks like to me the cow from Chick-fil-A, Bobby Anderson, representing chicken for me. Back up front. Battle 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Ryan Johnson joining the mix. He wasn't going away. Jeff Ramsdell up there. Johnson got around Fonseca. He's got his eyes set on Bernheimer and Ramsdell. Trying to move back up towards the front. Luke Smith continuing to lead. Purple Frog, Green Frog. I don't know. That's just something they do, guys. They think they're lovable brothers or something. Jeff Radke powering along there, running third. Here comes Ramsdell. Three wide. Door banging. Ramsdell, Jeff Ramsdell, and Ryan Johnson. Johnson up to 4th. Here comes Radke. The battle for this lead has been never ending since the green flag dropped down 67 laps ago. Who's not in this mix anymore is Kevin Bernheimer. He pitted. Up here we got Corey Stahl, Patrick Anderson, and Kevin Gironi into the wall. He's able to keep on moving. Anderson's leading the bunch of DJ Trout. That Lucky Charms, or no, Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles. Now you guys are all making me hungry. The Tide Ride of Jonathan Peterson. Corey's leading this group, trying to catch that front pack. That front pack has got a 2.5 second lead over this group, though. Michael Fagone back here. Back up front. Ryan Johnson has gotten around Luke Smith. He's got his eyes set on Chris Yates, putting him a lap down in front of him. Here comes Jeff Ramsdell. Jeff and Jeff. Brad Pollock coming out of the pits. Jeff Ramsdell trying to get around Luke Smith, trying to not lose sight of Ryan Johnson. Before you know it, Ryan will be gone. Ryan's already got almost a second lead over Luke Smith. Brad Pollitt, the number 17, a lap car. He's got fresh tires. He just came out of the pits, so he's able to drive around these guys. Luke Smith currently running second. Jeff Radke moved up to third. Jeff Ramsdell dropping down in pit lane. Joel Brewer here in 13th. Looks like he's dropping off the pace, or is he coming out of the pits? I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, he's might be considering pitting this time around. That's what he's doing. Stephen Wood, Michael Gitchell. Ryan Johnson pitting. Luke Smith staying out. Oh, Gitchell missed pit lane. That's going to be horrific for him. Jonathan Herbert up in the top 5 right now. Corey Stahl, your race leader. There you go. There you go, Abby. Corey Stahl, your race leader. He's pitting. Looks like he got on the pit lane pretty good. Handing the race lead over to Richard Crane. And Stephen Wood. Jonathan Herbert, your top 3. Looks like Richard's pitting this time. So is Jonathan Herbert pitting this time also. Kevin Bernheimer going to be a race leader. He pitted earlier than everybody else. He trying that short pit strategy. He's got a 7-second lead over Ryan Johnson. Patrick Anderson with the fastest lap of the race. Sitting back in 9th spot. Right behind Josh McKinney and Jeffrey Radke. Less than 50 laps to go here. Winding down. How many tires has everybody got left? What's the strategy? Ryan Johnson and Lucas Gortman, they're trying to close that gap on on Kevin Bernheimer. Bernheimer has 10 more laps on his tires than Ryan Johnson. They're trying to close that gap. It's down to less than 6 seconds now. Luke Smith back here. He's about 3 seconds behind Lucas Gortman. That probably means he had lost some time there on pit lane by staying out. He stayed out longer than everybody else did. They're closing the gap though. Here comes Jeff Ramsdell for around him, but that's Ryan Johnson, Lucas Gortman, Shockey Tarpley getting around Bobby Anderson. Got his sight set on Matthew Wheeler sitting in 15th. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be recording our podcast. If you guys listen to the Not So Fast podcast. We'll be talking about tonight's race, our race last night with the Thursday night throwdown trucks. We also talk about the Freaky Fast Racing League ran by Keith Fonseca, Lucas Gortman, Matthew Wheeler, Kevin Gironi. Michael Gitchell in the 48 did go 2 laps down because of missing his pit lane, his pit entrance. So he's looking to rebound here. Keith Fonseca is trying to get around Patrick Anderson. David Scott, their highest running Toyota. He's the only Toyota. So he's going to get best in show, right, guys? Look at this gap now. Right ahead of Brian Johnson. It's Kevin Bernheimer. Down to a second gap. Luke Smith has closed the gap, though, considerably. He's right there on Lucas Gortman. He was 3 seconds behind him. But he's got the fresher tires. He's able to run him down. There's Brian Johnson's got around Bernheimer. Luke Smith has gotten around Lucas Gortman. Luke Smith looking to get around Bernheimer for second. Bobby Anderson, side by side with Matthew Wheeler. Got a lap car just ahead of him. Bobby Anderson looking to get around him there. He's got him cleared. He's able to make that pass. Crossover move by Matthew Wheeler. Sliding up into him. Bernheimer starting to fall. He's got some of the oldest tires in the field. Battle up front, though. Luke Smith and Lucas Gortman. Lucas Smith has caught, Ryan Johnson. I'm sorry. Luke Smith and Ryan Johnson. Lucas Gortman's running in third. Luke Smith has caught him. the purple drinks, Pitch Black, Purple Crush, the Grape Crush, Dr. Pepper. That's my favorite. I'm in love with it. I've been drinking the cherry Dr. Pepper. Ryan Johnson starting to put a little bit of a gap on Luke Smith now. Michael Dow running in 25th position. He's got Ryan Johnson right behind him. Actually, Michael Dow is in 24th position. There goes a lap down. Ryan Johnson's lapped all the way up to the 24th. Right ahead of Michael Dow is Jonathan Herbert, trying to stay on the lead lap. Ryan Johnson is closing in on him. Lucas Gortman hitting pit lane. Trying that strategy. DJ Trouton, the Fruity Pebbles, number 40. Radke sitting there up in 4th spot. Bernheimer is falling back to 5th. But right behind them, you got Corey Stoll, Patrick Anderson, and DJ Trout right here. 6th, 7th, and 8th. Bernheimer dropping down. He's pitting. He pitted earlier last time. They can make it from here on fuel, I believe. Andrew Turner's on pit lane. Jonathan Herbert's pitting. Michael Dow. How long do they go before the leaders pit? We know Corey Stoll went longer than everybody else last time. Here comes the number 6 of Lucas Gortman. You can see how fast he is right now on them fresh tires. He's able to weave in and out of this traffic. He's making up lots of time. 3 wide, Michael McNeil, Corey Stoll, Lucas Gortman. Got the 94 of Marcus Vaughn there. Marcus Vaughn is in 25th place, 2 laps down. Ryan Johnson is losing time to Lucas Gortman right now. There is Ryan. He's got almost a 4-second lead over Luke Smith. Jeff Ramsdell with a great race there, sitting in third. Radke, here comes Johnson pitting now. Fonseca on pit lane. Luke Smith pitting. Jeff Ramsdell, now your race leader. Right behind him is the number 3 of Jeff Radke. Radke looks like he's slow, so is... Whoa! Jeff and Jeff pitting together. And so is Corey Stahl right behind them. That's probably going to hand the race lead over to Lucas Gortman once the cycle comes back around. McKinney, your current race leader. Shockey Tarpley running second. Josh McKinney there. Your Turco Customs number 51. Chevrolet Camaro. It's a good looking ride. Turco Customs is one of our race sponsors also. One of our league sponsors. Corey Stahl and DJ Trout exiting pit lane right now. There goes McKinney hitting pit lane. Shockey Tarpley, your race leader now. Shockey Tarpley in your number 25. Lucas Gortman he's closing the gap on him. He will assume the lead when Shockey Tarpley does pit. There could be some strategy going on here. Tarpley staying out. Johnson is about 3 seconds behind Gortman. Tarpley coming to complete. He's on lap 32 right now. Since he pitted last, lap 32 since he pitted last. Chris Yates with the fastest lap of the race. Bobby Anderson now with the fastest lap of the race. Tarpley's now pitting. That's going to relinquish that lead over to none other than Lucas Gortman. He's got less than a 3-second lead over Ryan Johnson. Johnson is cutting that lead down ever so slightly. Matthew Wheeler, John Peterson, Josh McKinney, Richard Crane, Bobby Anderson, all running for position 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. Right here. None of them giving an inch. McKinney getting around, looking to get around Matthew Wheeler. Up front, Ryan Johnson has caught Lucas Gortman. Shockey Tarpley just ahead of him. He just pitted. He's in 19th. Just coming out of the pits. Ryan Johnson, your race leader now. Luke Smith closing in on Lucas Gorman. The frog battle. Michael Gitchell sitting in 27th spot. Oh, and Kevin Droney pounds the wall. Bobby Anderson in 13th. He's got John Peterson, Stephen Wood, Matthew Wheeler behind him. Lucas Gortman has just got passed by Luke Smith for second spot. Got about 10 laps to go. Kevin Bernheimer's trying to catch Lucas Gortman right now. Patrick Anderson, Corey Stahl battling right here for sixth spot. Corey Stahl, the 33. Patrick Anderson, the 99. Mike McNeil in the 78, a lap car, trying to stay out of the way. It's not always that easy. Corey Stahl moved up to sixth place. Meanwhile, back up front, Ryan Johnson continuing to open up that lead. Jeff Ramsdell has gotten around Bernheimer for fourth. Bobby Anderson just got around Patrick Anderson, not Patrick Anderson. Bobby Anderson just got around Andrew Turner for 11th. Corey Stahl looking to close in on Kevin Bernheimer. Try to get that top 5. It's the battle right there for 5th spot. The 28, Kevin Bernheimer. The 33, Corey Stahl, trying to get in that top 5. The 15 of Turkle. Fresher tires driving around both of them. 5 laps to go. Whoa! Both drivers coming close to touching, but they were able to save it. Corey Stahl up into the top 5. Patrick Anderson is trying to clutch in on Kevin Bernheimer now. Anderson moving into 6th. With 3 laps to go. Bernheimer not giving up so easily. Ryan Johnson continues to lead this race. 4-second lead over Luke Smith. White flag lap. Yes, white flag lap. Ryan Johnson, your race leader. The number 38 Pitch Black Mountain Dew Ford Mustang driven by Ryan Johnson. Coming out of 4th for the very last time. Taking the checkered flag. Your race winner, Ryan Johnson, the tiny horse. Luke Smith, Lucas Gortman, Jeff Ramsdell, and Corey Stahl driving, not qualifying, driving up into the top 5. Kevin Bernheimer, Patrick Anderson finishing 6th and 7th. DJ Trout, Keith Fonseca, and Josh McKinney. So we're going to have some drivers up here in the broadcast booth. Let's see if we can't get somebody in here. We got their 3rd place finisher. Your 3rd place finisher, Lucas Gortman. You got a copy?
Yeah, man, I got your copy.
All right, man. What a race tonight! It looks like, man. I felt like this is. I've seen this picture before. This race before. Luke Smith, Lucas Gortman, and Ryan Johnson in some particular order in the broadcast up here in the waiting room for the broadcast after the race.
Yeah, man, for sure. I mean, us three always have a good battle. I got kind of messed up there on that when I pitted and that caution came out, and was planning to play catch up the whole race after that and tried to do different strategy, and it didn't work out for the win, but still worked out for the third place. So when it comes to Ryan and Luke and a couple other guys here, I mean, you can't have any mistakes or anything go wrong. Everything has to go right to really beat them.
Yes, you know that McConey setup shop car was looking really fast out there tonight. Really early on, it was there for a little bit. You had your partner there, Keith Fonseca, out there leading you around, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was doing good. I mean, with these cars, once you get in the clean air, they're definitely really really good. And Keith had that clean air, and it was helping him out. And just trying to follow in. We were seeing if we can't leave the pack, but these cars they draft up so well. And yeah, like you said, our Marconi setup shop Ford Mustang was good, and we got the long run we needed, just weren't on the right strategy. But we did. I'll still take it. Third place last night, and then third place today, so not too bad at all.
Yes, what a drive! Now, take us back. So you thought pitting early was going to be the play there to try to get you back out in front of them. Is that? I think you had like over 30 laps on your tires there at the end.
Yeah, I mean that was honestly probably the only thing I had because when I had less fuel than everyone else because I had to pit early the first time, and so I had to pit early the second time there, that last one, to really do anything at that point. And it kept me in third, so I'll take that, but not much else I really could have done unless we got a caution. I was really hoping for a caution, maybe about 10 laps after I pitted that last time, and keep the track position and have fresh tires. But that was all I was hoping for. But hey, it stayed green, and that's a good thing too.
Yeah. So did you have any tires left there at the end?
I did have one more set left, and that's why I was hoping for that. Oh my goodness, as I got killed. I did have one more set, and that's I was hoping for that caution, and just didn't get it there. It's just unfortunate, but hey, like I said, I can't be mad about a third place finish. Especially in this league.
Yeah. So do you have anybody you'd like to thank here before we let you go?
Oh yeah, man. Coney Setup Shop, everyone at Back Row Sim Racing, Back Row Esports. Everybody that came out and raced tonight is a good race. You for putting on the broadcast, all the admins and NIL. My hero Dylan Clark, and teammates Matt Wheeler, Keith Fonseca, Kevin Droney that were out here. Yeah, I think that's my wife for letting me do it, daughter, everybody. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, man. Congratulations, and well, you got that freaky fast broadcast on Sunday night, so
Oh
look
yeah,
forward
man, I
to.
look forward to it.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, congratulations on that third place finish, and we hope to see you like in second or first in the near future. How about that?
Oh, I hope so, man. Thank you.
All right, buddy. That was Lucas Gortman, your third place finisher, and we're going to bring in Luke Smith, your second place finisher. How's it going there, Luke?
Oh, it's going good.
Yes. Well, tell us about Purple Frog eSim Sports, the number 39 Great
Oh,
Crush car tonight.
oh, we're we're a new team. We're founded recently. I'm being pushed around the track by Keith right now. It's just a couple of us. At one point, we had lost passion for sim racing, and now we're getting it back. But we took the 39 car tonight. We came out. I got my paint scheme about 30 seconds before the race actually started, so I was able to put it on. But I don't know if anybody got their trading paints refreshed. And yeah, uh, I mean, it was a fun race. Ryan was class of the field, but I at least felt like I was second or third fastest.
Yeah, so I was gonna say I felt like you might have been one of the faster cars out there on the early runs. Am I wrong in saying that? I felt like that was the case.
That very first run, I found the speed at the end of the run, but other than that, like, yeah, I found a way that I could loop the turns very well to where I was exiting lower, so I could carry more exit speed than everybody. and it was frying my right front a little bit more, but with my pathetic pit road entrances, I had to do something to get an advantage, so I had to drum the car a little bit harder than Ryan.
Yeah. So what do you think that it's going to take to beat Ryan this season?
A little bit of luck. Uh, I think I have the speed at certain tracks and stuff like that. I think if I practice a little bit more, I have the ability to become just as good, if not better than him. It just will take a little bit of luck too, because it always takes a little bit of that to get some wins. And yeah, I mean, he's always class of the field, but I do everything in my power to compete, and I'm a competitor, so I really like to give it my all.
Well, it's always fun to see you and Lucas Gortman and Ryan. I mean, you guys are. I feel like you guys are in the top three quite often, and I have a feeling that we're going to be interviewing you guys a lot this season. So, you got anybody you'd like to thank here before we let you go?
Oh, I'd like to thank my boys back at Purple Frog Sim Sports. Uh, on that team, we got one of the best painters in the game. We got John Peterson, who runs John Gambit Designs. Uh, I'd like to thank Ryan. He's made me a way better racer than I was when I first started doing iRacing. And I'd like to thank the Back Row Esports guys. I know our relationship hasn't been the greatest as of recently, but we've made up. We've become bigger people, and we're still competitors. So purple's better than green.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on that second place finish, and we'll talk to you next week at Pocono. How about that?
Yep, I'll see you then. I might be in the victory circle there. That's my home track.
All right, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And there we go. That was Luke Smith, and we're going to see if we can't find a. Oh, nope, that's not it. I'm trying to find. Hey there, Ryan Johnson. How you doing, man?
Good. What's up, buddy?
Good. I'm trying to get your. Hold on. Let me get your car up.
It's purdy. It's real purdy.
Yeah, I gotta go back. Hold on a second. There we go. We got you now. All right, we got you. All right, we got the pitch black Mountain Dew Ford Mustang, number 38, Tiny Horse Ryan Magic Johnson. What's going on there, buddy?
Not much.
Uh,
Just I just want to say that the superior grape soda won tonight.
Yeah. So you're no stranger to victory lane now. It felt like there were some points where like Lucas Corpman or Luke Smith were early in some runs that they were a little bit faster. Were you saving it there at the beginning of runs, or were you trying, or were they just faster?
I I wasn't sure how bad tire fall off was going to be. I didn't have a whole lot of practice, but I was definitely saving at the beginning of runs just to kind of see what happens. Like especially at the beginning because I wasn't sure how it was going to shake out. And yeah, I ended up in front of everyone on that first run, and I was like, okay, well, I tried to figure out what I was doing different than everyone, and I think it was just running the low line and just taking it a little easier. It seemed the high line really liked to tear up the tires on the right side, and more specifically the right front. And when you do that, well, it's hard to keep going fast.
Yeah, yeah. The longer you can conserve that right front tire, the faster you're going to be at on the long run. So I didn't get to see the backwards victory lap, but that's something that that Ryan Johnson does after each race. Um, Talk to us a little bit about where that came from and when we're going to see that next.
Well, I mean, we can always hope to see it, the next week. I think, yeah, I think I'm pretty sure my Friday's open, so I'll probably be back next week and running. So hopefully next week. As far as where it came from, well, I always liked Alan Kowicki's Polish victory lap, and I just tried thinking of something that I've never really seen done before, and I've never seen somebody go in reverse the normal way around the track. So I was like, well, I'll start trying it if I ever win a race. And well, I've been able to win, luckily, quite a few races. And yeah, I just tried to do it ever since, and try to make it something that's mine. Like I mean, everybody usually does a burnout, which there's a lot of different burnouts you can do, which is pretty cool. Everyone tries to make that their own, but I wanted something else.
Yeah, well, you definitely have your niche, and so we'll look forward to seeing that again. You got anybody you'd like to thank while we got you here?
Everybody here at NIL, you for broadcasting, all the drivers for a really, really clean race, especially for the first race of the season. That was a lot of fun. Um, Mountain Dew Pitch Black, the Superior Grape Soda for being on the car, and Turtle Shells for my paint, and my teammates. Even though I'm not like an official teammate, but Luke, DJ, Gitchell, all them were, and John, we're all in Discord together. So
Awesome. Well, congratulations. We'll look forward to seeing you again next week at Pocono. How about that?
sounds good, buddy.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
See you later. Have a good night.
Yep. And that was Ryan Magic Johnson, Tiny Horse. He's your race winner. We're going to go over some results here. Let me get this screen out of the way. Do our results. And there we have it. We got Ryan Johnson, Luke Smith, Lucas Gortman. You're finishing third. Jeff Ramsdell and Corey Stahl driving up to get a top 5 there. Kevin Bernheimer hanging on for 6. Patrick Anderson, DJ Trout, Keith Fonseca, Josh McKinney to get a top 10. Good job there, Josh. Bobby Anderson, John Peterson, Andrew Turner, Shockey Tarpley, Matthew Boston Wheeler, 15th. Stephen Wood, your pole sitter. Kevin Troney, Richard Crane, Larry Eberhard, Marcus Vaughn with a top 20. Joel Brewer, Jeff Radke, Mike McNeil, Jonathan Herbert, and Joe Turkle, 21st through 25th. 26th is Michael Gitchell, Michael Dowell. 28th is David Scott, Chris Yates, Brad Pollitt coming back to finish 30th tonight. Arabia Clayton, Michael Fagone, and Thomas Myers, your last place finisher tonight. He was having some wheel issues, but we'll look forward to next week. We got Pocono. Don't forget to listen to our podcast. We'll be recording that tomorrow. We got an awesome guest going to be on, and we'll see you guys next time we hear Liberty Racing Network live on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for all the listeners, the viewers. Thanks for the admins putting this together. The league has just come together in the last few months, but it turned out really well for the first race, and we can't be happier